Hello and welcome to this webinar. My name is Christoph Ebermann and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to develop a good project proposal. Within this session, the main milestones for the project development as well as the criteria for a good partnership will be presented. In addition, we will look into the innovativeness of projects and address the question of how to build a good work plan. To start with, the milestones for developing a good project are the following. First, think about what is the change your project will bring in your territory and for your target group. Then check whether this idea is relevant with regards to what is funded in the call for proposals. As a next step, link up with partners and start setting up a relevant partnership. Together with your partners, define the project intervention logic. Don't forget to foresee and set up also an efficient management structure. And as a last step, develop a sound budget matching your intervention logic. Please keep in mind to already think about the question on how to communicate and transfer the project outputs to other territories and stakeholders when preparing your application. What makes a good partnership? Well, basically, it is important that the partnership is actually tailored to the challenges, objectives, and results of the project idea. The project partners thus need to be relevant. They need to have the right competence for implementing and sustaining the project activities, and all partners should be committed to the project. In addition, in order to reflect the transnational cooperation character, the partnership should be balanced, avoiding too many partners from one country. Also, the size and the type of the partnership needs to be tailored to the addressed challenges. This can be, for example, a cooperation along a territorial feature, such as a river. Or it can be the cooperation of local or regional networks of actors with similar governance structures, for example, the cooperation between cities. It is thereby important to keep in mind that the more the better does not apply. There is thus no necessity of covering all 9 Central Europe member states in a single project. Also, it is recommended, in order to keep the project manageable, that the partnership should not exceed 12 partners. Next to the partnership and the thematic relevance of the project idea, the innovativeness of a proposal is a key success factor and needs to be clearly demonstrated in the project application. It is defined as innovative approaches going beyond the state of the art in the sector and/or the concerned regions. Innovative approaches may result from testing novel solutions, experimental piloting in view of policy mainstreaming, and of course should build on capitalizing on previously acquired knowledge. Let us come now to the work plan. What makes a good work plan? Well, the key principles to be kept in mind are that it should be consistent, transparent, logic, concrete, and already integrate the main elements of sustainability and transferability. Building a work plan. Well, for building a work plan, one has to think about the intervention logic. When implementing a project, a series of activities are carried out. The deliverables thereby reflect the main steps of single activities. All activities lead to outputs, which are the main. These outputs allow then the fulfillment of the project objectives that are considered to be the immediate effects which can be realistically achieved within the project lifetime. And these immediate effects lead to the result, which is the actual change to be achieved through project implementation. When building a work plan, however, these steps have to be taken backwards. First, the result expected is to be clearly defined. Then this needs to be transposed into concrete objectives to be achieved. Then the outputs, the main outcomes, are defined. And then, only as a last step, the actual activities to be carried out and the related deliverables are defined. In this regard, please note that the Interreg Central Europe program has 5 different output types. These are strategies and action plans, tools, pilot actions, trainings, and innovation networks, but this last category only applies to the SO 1.1. Please have a close look at the definitions included in the Annex 3 of the application manual. Finally, it is important to consider communication in its right place. We are differentiating between different types of communication. Internal communication between project partners should be included in the work package management. Communication aiming at stakeholder involvement for the development of outputs should be integrated in the thematic work packages. The transfer of outputs to new audiences is, however, to be considered in the communication work package. This was an overview of the key elements to be kept in mind when developing your project proposal. Please also have a look at the application manual and especially at the part C, dedicated to the question of how to develop a good project. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a lot of success with your proposal.